I wanted to start episode 6 here by asking, what do you do that most damages your records? We're both fastidious. We both try to take care of our record collections, but nonetheless, we are human beings. Things happen. We live in places. What do you actually do that you think most damages your records?
I can answer this with 100% honesty because I just did this last night when I was recording the playthrough for one of the records we're going to show later that you'll see in this video. As I was dropping the needle down, I just thought, you know what? Instead of using the little lever to lower the needle, I'm like, I'm fine. I've done this a million times. I can drop this needle. Yeah, I dropped the needle. All right.
Oh no.
I dropped it, it bounced, it scratched, and I'm just like going, oh God, my record. Oh God. Yeah, it was bad. It was really, luckily I don't think it damaged the record, but it was really bad. So yeah.
I could count the record drops I've done, and I've stepped on a record as already discussed, and I've scratched, I think, 3 or 4 records. I personally know 3 or 4 records that I was there when I fumbled a record. It was too slick, maybe, and it just fell out of my hands. Drop, scratch. And there was a time, too, where I skated across a needle across, and it left a mark. And that's painful, but that's pretty rare. When you think about how many decades I've been listening versus how many times I've actually done it, I don't think that most damages my records because I don't do it often enough. For me, I think what I most do is actually use these open-ended top vinyl covers. I'm starting to switch to a sealed top. And the reason is because this does get loose over time. It sits in a row open to the dust and crap. The dust and crap kind of wedges its way in there. And even if you try to keep it in good shape, it just over years causes ring wear and other problems. So I am in the process. I bought like a 200 pack of sealed outers, and I'm in the same way I'm swapping all my records out to make sure that they've got rice paper inners. I'm also swapping them all out for tops after all these years, and I think it's going to be better long term for my collection.
I've started to I don't use the closed ones that you have to open because I don't know, they just annoy me. But what I've been starting to do is slowly, and I haven't done all of my collection yet. I'm just, as I pull them out to do something with them, like listen or get them ready for the show or whatever, I'm starting to put mine in sideways so the opening to the vinyl is not standing up. So I still have to pull them out of the sleeve to get them out. You just can't pull them. I kind of like it to where you can just go and pull them out. But I've been doing that just because of the dust thing, because I watched a couple YouTube videos and people were talking about you really need to think about how you do that because that dust can get down in there. And I'm like, I never thought about that.
It absolutely does. And I don't have a good immediate, but I'm swapping over, like I say, to these top sealed ones. And for me, that also offers a top layer of protection because as much as I would like to think I don't put stuff on top of my records, I put stuff on top of my records all the time.
I had caught myself
I'm going to be honest with myself.
Right.
I do it all the time because where else am I going to put stuff?
Like I consciously don't do it, but I have caught myself doing it. I'm like, nope, don't do that. And I've also caught myself too, like when I pulled like a bunch of records out to do something, instead of making sure they're all standing up, I laid them flat on the floor. And then like 10 minutes later, I walked by and I'm like, oh God, those are flat. Those are all just like crushing each other. What am I doing with my life? So yeah.
The other thing that could be equal is the spritzing of the water and cleaner. I get pretty lazy about keeping it off the center record label. And like I'll wipe it down if I see a big puddle or something, but I think over the years of cleaning my records frequently, I've damaged probably more than enough labels. Would probably be my number 2 or maybe even my number 1 if I did a survey.
See, that's something I've never done. I can honestly say I've never actually got water on this center label, but did it like bubble the label up, or how do you know that you damaged it? I mean, can you?
When a new record is real new, you can usually see the nice super sheen kind of sheet. You know, it's real
Right.
flat, and then it gets either a little bubbly or rough. It kind of gets a rougher texture.
Okay.
And I think that
Gotcha.
that's largely just due to kind of little leftover water and rubbing alcohol and everything else sort of kind of working its way
Right.
in there. So.